This beautiful finish is done with Wallovers Wild Thing stencil. It's a repeat design that will end up giving your walls the beautiful look of alligator print and embossed leather. Start by base coating the wall with Benjamin Moore color or any ochre color. This is Benjamin Moore 193, and you just want to fully base coat the walls until they're complete and let dry. Then you're going to actually complete the stencil. This is a very easy process. It may seem tedious, so you can use a roller or you can use what we're using here, the all-over brush by Wallovers. You do not have to be really precise at all. You just want to get the finish on there. It's basically like a GPS for road mapping where you're going to emboss. Even if you have space in between your stencil, you can fill that in at a later date when you're embossing. So you really just want to get the stencil on. I did a 14-foot wall in about 2 hours. You just want to get it on there, get a little bit. I'm using some rich brown stain and seal by Faux Effects here. So basically just match it up with the registrations. Then the next step is you're going to actually emboss your wall with plaster. And I had a Modern Masters Venetian plaster tinted to 1113 Benjamin Moore color, which is basically going to cover up the brown that I already used. And I'm going to skip around. So my first time I'm going to go every other space, and then I'm going to come back in the middle after the first layer is dry and fill in. And just cover over exactly what I stenciled as a road map so I can see. The next step, I'm going to come in with the glaze. The glaze is applied with a rag, and then it's troweled over with a blade so that you can actually scrape it into the wall and have some of it rest on the top while the rest of it gets caught in the grooves. It gives a really wonderful, interesting, more leathery and natural look that it's not all the same. So I'm using a chip brush, and I've combined some rich brown stain and seal with a little bit of Modern Masters gold metallic paint, which is ME200 gold. And it's just giving a little bit of shimmer to it, so it looks a little bit richer when it's done. And I'm just going to keep troweling that in and scraping it in to get it in between the grooves. After the wall is complete, it's going to have this wonderful finish that is very natural and very leather-like. You'll see some of the area where maybe the stencil showed through, some of it where it looks more like a drop shadow, some of it where the stain is darker, and some of it where it's lighter. But it has a wonderful natural look. Because I used Venetian plaster, it's not totally complete until I finish the last process, which is just taking a dry blade, a steel trowel, and at a 45-degree angle, softly burnishing over it so that the finish has a sheen and a wonderful feel to it. It feels almost like glass when it's done, and it feels really like a real skin. So that's the process. It's really very simple, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So go to wallovers.com and order your Wild Thing stencil and get started. It's going to be a beautiful result.